Okay, so for today's tip, what we are going to be doing is we're going to be working with the vagus nerve. Yay, vagus nerve. It's a really important nerve. I'm not going to get into the science of it too much. I want to keep these very quick, very actionable, very doable for you. I'm sure you've got a lot going on. And so ultimately what we're going to do is we're basically going to be performing an activity that will let the vagus nerve know, hey, like you can be in rest and digest, right? Which is where we want to be. Okay, that's where we're telling the body you can relax, you can digest your food, you can heal, right? Versus fight or flight. Okay, like you don't have to run from a predator right now. Hopefully you don't have to run from a predator right now. So basically, all we're gonna do is we're gonna do some humming. Okay. But we're going to do some humming, and then we're going to apply a little bit of gentle pressure behind the ears to really activate the vagus nerve and get the full benefit of this. So all you have to do, hopefully you've done some humming before. Humming it's not singing, okay? So if you're intimidated by the idea of singing, we're not singing here. Nobody's singing. We're humming. We're sounding, okay? And we come into the world sounding. We come into the world. Well, most of us come into the world crying, right? And when you laugh, you sound, and when you sneeze, you sound. And if you're someone who snores, you're sounding all night long. You're sounding. So it's a very natural thing to sound. And so we're going to continue doing this very natural human thing for just the next handful of minutes. And just a little bit of humming each day can really, really, really help your nervous system. Just the humming, not even applying the gentle pressure that we're going to do today. So to hum, it's very simple. If you don't do it very often, you could think of it as if you're smelling a meal that someone is cooking that smells really delicious, and you're just like that. Try it. It's your turn. Okay. So just and notice you might even place the hands over to the chest, maybe one just here. Just notice how you can feel the vibration, right? And your voice is uniquely suited to support and heal you, just as mine is uniquely designed to support and heal me. So it's a very powerful tool that we possess, that we walk around with all the time for healing and for nervous system regulation. So let's just take a nice deep breath, and as you breathe in, let your belly expand. Try not to let the shoulders raise too much. So we're just going to take a nice deep breath in. And then with the out breath, we're just going to hum, okay? So with the out breath, it doesn't have to sound good, okay? It doesn't. I sing every day, so my voice is very strong. If yours isn't, don't even worry about it, okay? The point is that you're getting the benefit of that vibration. It's like an internal massage, yeah? So let's take another nice deep breath, and we're just gonna do that a few times. Let's do it maybe 3 or 4 times, and then we're going to add the slight pressure to get maximum benefit from this, okay? Let's take another nice deep breath, easy breath. Just let the lungs breathe themselves, okay? And then we're going to hum on the out breath. Ready? Let's do another one. Nice deep breath. And with the out breath, do the humming. Let's do one more. So just let that kind of sink in, just let that settle. See if you could notice, even with just a few hums, how there's a difference, probably already, in nervous system, in level of centeredness, right, groundedness. Makes a big difference. Okay, so so even just that, and that's wonderful because humming, you can do that while standing in line at the grocery store or cooking dinner or whatever it is. It's available to you anytime, right? And it's relatively socially acceptable, so you can do it around other people. I'm not too worried about socially acceptable behavior in general myself, if you know me, but a lot of people are, so I'm just saying, you can do it in the public. You won't be socially ostracized, probably. Okay, so the second part of this, though, is a part that I learned pretty recently, and that's just applying a little bit of gentle pressure on the vagus nerve itself, right? So it runs down the center body, but if we can put our, so take your pinkies, okay? We're gonna put them behind the ears, and you're gonna kind of take your, behind your neck, you're gonna kind of not clasp your fingers, but your fingers are gonna touch, right? You're not squeezing, okay? You're just kind of, it's almost like just you're embracing your neck with your hands. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Hopefully you know what I mean. But so you can see my hair's down, but my fingers are touching the back of my neck, and they're also touching each other, okay? Touching the fingers of the other hand, and then my pinky is up behind my ear, okay? And the reason for that is the vagus nerve goes up around the ear, okay? And I'm just placing my hands there. I'm not squeezing, I'm not pushing, I'm not pressing, okay? So this is supposed to be very comfortable. And now we're gonna do the exact same thing. We're gonna take a nice deep breath, and with the out breath, we're going to, again, hum and see what difference you notice, right? And I'm gonna clarify though, notice the difference. You're in observer mode, right? You're being a compassionate observer, but we're not striving for anything, okay? So we're allowing the system, we're allowing our nervous system to recognize that it's safe to be in rest and digest, okay? But we're not pushing, we're not striving, we're not stressing over achieving anything, okay? It's a pretty important distinction with this, and we're respecting the body's sense of time, which is organismic time. And that's different than the time scale that we operate on most of the time, okay? So once again, fingers are touching in back, just sort of not interlaced, but touching. And so we're just gonna take a nice deep breath. And on the out breath, hum once again. Okay, let's do it again. Let's do one more. Okay, so check in with yourself, just see how you feel, and just notice what's alive for you, right? Like I said, we're not striving for anything, we're not trying to achieve any particular objective, we're allowing whatever is alive within us to be just as it is, but we're applying this very simple technique to hopefully let the nervous system know, like, hey, it's okay to relax, you're safe, right? It's all about safety. It's all about creating safety for the nervous system. So I hope today's tip helped. You can do it from anywhere, anytime. It just takes your hands, which are attached to you, and your voice, which is inside of you, a wonderful tool. And stay tuned for tomorrow's tip. Very much looking forward to sharing this series with you all, and sincerely hoping that this can help support you in whatever way that you need it. So much love. Take care.